What is going on, guys? This is Sin, and today I am back with a very interesting deck to showcase for you guys. And it is a deck that is going to be out in Infinite Forbidden. It's been announced for a while, but I've never really made any videos on it because, I was kind of lazy and busy, especially, right? I always have to have a valid excuse, yo, my bad. Anyways, before we go any further into this deck, because I will be showing you guys some combos as well as deck profile, friendly reminder to smash the like and subscribe button. It really motivates me a lot to keep making videos like these. And also, huge shout outs to my sponsors, Inspire TCG, as well as Dueling Guard, and please use the coupon code YASIN656 for 5% off. If you got some needs for some playmats or deck boxes, you already know where to go. So again, both links will be in the description box below. And with that being said, let's get right into combo number one. Alright, so first things first, if you got Asteria with pretty much just one spell or trap card that you gotta send, and the other one that you gotta set, look at what you can do. So it's a pretty nice combo. It doesn't really have to be like real cards. It's really just cards that are fodder. So anyways, normal summon, and then you're gonna be discarding, so anything. And then special summon a white forest, or sorry, even better, a light spellcaster tuner from your deck. So you can even summon the Centurion Primera. So I've seen people kind of try to mix white forest and Centurion together. It does make sense, but I don't know if it makes white forest better or if it makes Centurion worse or better. It's something that I'm gonna have to test. So if you guys want the Centurion White Forest video, you already know what to do. Anyways, I'm gonna be summoning the Sylve of the White Forest, and on summon, I can search my deck for any White Forest spell or trap card. And I'll be searching this card right here, which is Legend of the White Forest. So if you control an illusion or spellcaster monster, I get to search my deck for any White Forest monster from my deck to my hand. And also, if it's sent to the grave to activate a monster effect, I can set it back to the field. Now I will be summoning the Arciela, and basically discard a spell or trap card, or rather send to the graveyard, in order to search a White Forest card or a light spellcaster monster from my deck to my hand. And since I pitched the Legend of the White Forest to activate a monster effect, I get to set the Legend of the White Forest back, but also I get to revive back the Asteria. So I'm going to have two recursions here, and the Asteria is a level 2 non-tuner with a level 6 tuner, so I can even go into the Diabel, which is not too bad, but that's not going to be what we're going to be doing here. And we're also trying to mitigate the impact of Nibiru, by the way, because I will be showing a combo where, Nibiru just doesn't do anything, but this is pretty much that combo. So we are at 4 summons at the moment, which is really important. So we're going to be flipping the Legend in order to summon we'll search the Reset, and then summon it, and then reset back the trap card, and search the Arcia. So this card, if you control a White Forest monster, you can summon it from the hand, and you can also, on the field, send one spell trap card from your hand or field to the grave, and then draw one card. So that's not too bad. So yeah, we're going to be summoning that, and even if we get Nibiru, we still have the ability to revive back the Arcia from the grave, and we can flip the Woes of the White Forest. God damn, okay, I almost, yeah, I mean, you know what, we never know. Anyways, we're going to now summoning the Stardust Charge Warrior, assuming that we don't get Nibiru, and then go for the Ultimate Zolkin, because we got 2 level 6 monsters, 1 tuner and 1 non-tuner. And then we're just gonna set whatever. It really doesn't have to be anything specific. And then Solkin will summon the Crystal Wing, and then we're going to be linking off into IP Masquerena and call it a turn there, because that is good enough. There are a lot of options that we can go into during our opponent's turn. So yeah, if we go, if our opponent goes like normal summon Snake Eye Ash, whatever, even if we don't want to go Crystal Wing negate it, we can still interrupt our opponent a lot. So at any moment, we can revive back the Arcia, or the other one, the other level 4, the Sylve. They have the same effects. So quick effects, if this card is in your grave, you can target one White Forest Synchro monster controller in your grave, return it to the extract, and if you do special summon this card, but negate its effects. And then we're also going to be recurring back the Reset, since we summoned a light spellcaster tuner on our opponent's field, our opponent's turn. And we're going to be triggering the Woes of the White Forest, so summon a White Forest from the hand or deck, and then immediately after this effect resolves, we can synchro summon a White Forest monster. And we're going to be going for that. So we want to summon the Silvera Witch Wolf of the White Forest, because if this card is very specifically special summoned, not even just synchro summoned, special summoned, you can Book of Eclipse our opponent's whole board, which is kind of insane. So every single monster is going to go face down, and we still have some interruptions. So IP into SP, that's one of them. So after Book of Eclipsing everything, we can still banish a card, and then we got the double Farfa effect, and we have the Crystal Wing, and then our opponent wants to go for another monster negate. How about no? How about we just negate that with Crystal Wing? So yeah, you can try whatever you want. It's not gonna work, Bernard. This deck is insane, and the follow-up is nuts too, because look at this. We're going to be, getting back the SP during the end phase. The Sylph can also summon itself back by bouncing back the Witch Wolf whatever from the graveyard to the extra deck, and then also get back the Asteria with its own effect, and then go for the Arciela, which again can search, which is insane, like you never run out of gas, and then discard special summon from the deck, and then also send back and search another card. So again, it's crazy the amount of advantage. And then summon the Diabel, recycle back any spell trap card from the graveyard to the hand if we use the Synchro Tuner. And this card basically gives all of our Illusion and Spellcaster Synchro monsters 500 attack, and if they attack a defense position monster, they're all Chaos Max. They all inflict double piercing damage, which is kind of insane. So yeah, the Crystal Wing gains a lot of attack when it battles the Diabellstar in this situation. And then this is going to deal 4k damage because, again, double piercing. And this is way more than enough. And we still have a lot of other cards. All of that with one single card and like one discard, which is insanity. Alright, so what happens now if you get Nibiru, just to show you guys kind of like, how it would play out, because it's pretty much the exact same sequence. It's just that, you at least need to know how to bait it out, because if you have to like full combo, never summon anything that, threatens Nibiru, like Soulkin into Crystal Wing, because that forces out Nibiru, so, that's one option. But if you don't do that, then you might get blown out completely by the card. So at this point, the opponent is forced to Nibiru, because otherwise you can go into Stardust Charge Warrior, and then draw a card, and then go into Soulkin, and your opponent has to Nibiru anyways. So might as well Nibiru before you get that draw. So we're going to assume that we get Nibiru here. It's completely fine. We can still end on the Book of Eclipse, so we end our turn there. And we still have the trap card to summon from the deck, and the Arciela or the the Arcia or the what's the name of the card? Sylvia. No, Sylve. Their name makes no sense, but yes, summon back from the graveyard, and then summon any level 2 non-tuner from the deck, and then synchro into Silvera, and then Book of Eclipse everything, and also recycle back. So not only do we recover from Nibiru, but we also have a way to interrupt our opponent in a pretty nice manner, and it could be good enough against a bunch of decks. Like against Kashtira, for example, that's good enough. They summon their first Kashtira monster, Book of Eclipse everything, and you're dead. Even though it doesn't really matter because, the Nibiru it's gonna make it so that they can't summon a Kashtira monster, but you get the point. Let's just assume that you're also getting hit by like an Evenly or something, and you only keep the trap card, or everything else on your board gets like negated by Dark Ruler. This is still something that you get to do, so pretty nice. But anyways, let's get into combo number 3. Alrighty, so in this combo, I have Sylve of the White Forest as well as Toy Soldier. There is a lot of ways this combo can really be different. You can also have the Toy Box instead, the continuous spell card, and it's even better. But if you got the Toy Soldier, look at what you can do. By the way, if you guys want like more combos with this deck, or like more variations, like more builds, you already know what to do. Just smash the like and subscribe button. But yeah, anyways, normal summon, and then get your search for Legend, and then you're gonna be searching the Reset, and then set the Toy Soldier. This card's kind of like an artifact monster, but instead of being bad, it's good. That's pretty much like the main difference. So yeah, search your Asteria, even though you already normal summoned, because this card doesn't do anything in your hand, but it's gonna end up making sense very quickly. Anyways, get back the Toy Soldier from the graveyard, and then get your search for the Toy Box, and then activate that, and also set your 2 toy monsters from the deck into the spell and trap zone. So one toy tank as well as one toy soldier. Toy soldier already used its effect to revive itself back, but toy tank has a pretty interesting effect where you can either summon a monster from the hand level 6 or lower by tributing it on the field, or if you control Toy Box, you can revive it back from the graveyard. But it's actually better to summon from the hand in this very specific instance. Anyways, we're going to be synchro summoning for the Arciela, send the toy tank, and then search our deck for the trap card, Woes of the White Forest. So again, it makes us somewhat Nibiru proof, because we at least have this way of recovering against our opponent. Now we're going to be reviving back Toy Tank with its effect, and then use Toy Tank's ability in order to summon the Asteria from the hand, and then send the Toy Soldier in order to summon the Arcia. There you go. And then summon Stardust Charge Warrior, draw 1 card, go for the Soulkin, set the Woes, and then summon Crystal Wing, and then Arcia revive itself back, and then we're going to be using its effect, draw 1, and then set the send the Woes. Oh my god. We're not drawing like a card because it was summoned of its own effect, but it's still really relevant that you use it because that allows you to trigger the Asteria to revive itself back. And also the Woes is going to be recurring itself back anyway, so you're not going neg 1. If anything, even if you're not drawing a card, you're still going +1 because Asteria comes back. And that's pretty cool. Anyways, we're not done yet because we're going to be making a Muddy Mud Dragon and then fuse into Dragoon. So we're also safe from Evenly, forbidden, I mean, not really forbidden droplet, but like other like board breakers and stuff like that. We got a monster negate Dragoon, and we can still synchro summon on the opponent's turn into the Diabel, and then if our opponent uses a card or effect, we can send a spell or trap card from the hand or field to the grave, and special summon a level 7 or lower tuner synchro from the extra deck, grave, or banished. So we can summon that card right here, the Silvera Witch Wolf of the White Forest, and that is going to be able to Book of Eclipse everything, because again, I said if this card is special summon, you can change all face-up monsters your opponent controls to face down, not necessarily on synchro. So it's pretty nice. It's just, this deck does a lot, and also we get back some recursion and everything. So yeah, it never ends. This deck is insane. Again, off of like 2 cards or something, and we have other cards in our hand. We have, you know, like we're also drawing a card in the process. It's beautiful. But anyways, let's get into the 4th and final combo. Alrighty, so for this combo, again, there are a lot of variations. So you can have either Reset or Asteria, and you can have either Toy Soldier or Toy Box. And it's gonna end on the exact same thing. So yeah, send the set the Toy Soldier, and then send it, and then summon the Reset, search the Asteria, revive back the Toy Soldier, and that is going to be searching for the Toy Box. And then place that, and then set your Toy Soldier as well as your Toy Tank from the deck to the field. And then normal summon the Asteria, send the Toy Soldier, summon the Sylve, that is going to be allowing you to search the Legend. And then synchro summon the RCL as summon number 5, search your trap card. So again, we're somewhat Nibiru proof, so it doesn't really matter too much. And also we're going to be sending the Legend and get back the Asteria as well. So we're getting back a lot here, and we're going to try to do as much as possible with what we have currently on the field. So yeah, summon the RCL, and then set the Toy Tank, draw 1 card, and revive back the Toy Tank, and then synchro summon for Charge Warrior, draw another card, and then go into Soulkind, set the Woes, summon the Crystal Wing, revive back the Sylve by putting back the Arciela back into the extra deck. Their names are so freaking similar, it's ridiculous, man. Arcia, Arciela, Luciela, something like that. And then there is like Diabel, Diabelstar, freaking Sylve, Silvera. It's pretty much like the continuation of like the Diabelstar lore, which is really nice, but still, man, the names are confusing as hell. Anyways, synchro summon it into Muddy Mudragon using the Reset as well as the Sylve. It's really funny to see that the level 4s are the tuners and the level 2 are non-tuners. It's so counterintuitive. Usually it's the exact opposite, but whatever. Use the Muddy Mudragon in order to fuse with the Dragoon, with the Soulkin. This, by the way, is like the same thing as the Virtual World combo. Like, they do the exact same thing, so it's pretty cute, but whatever. And we're not done yet, by the way. Toy Tank effect, tribute itself, and then revive back the Arcia, because we do control Toy Box on the field. And then we got a level 4 tuner and a level 4 non-tuner, so we can synchro summon right away into Diabel. And call it a turn there, because this is a lot of interruptions. It's actually going to be like, what, 4 interruptions? Just with the cards that we currently have there, because Dragoon can negate anything, and then we have Crystal Wing that can negate something, and then we can go, you know, Diabel, summon the, what's his face, the Silvera Witch Wolf, and then Book of Eclipse, and then we can use the effect of Arcia, put back the Silvera into the extra deck, and then use the Woes, and then summon the level 2 non-tuner, and then go for another Silvera to Book of Eclipse again, because it's now once per turn, and again on special summon. So yeah, we got double Book of Eclipse, a Crystal Wing, a Dragoon, and 2 draws off of a very simple 2-card combo. A lot of ways to do it. Alrighty, so for the deck profile, we've got 15 hand traps, which is, you know, a decent number. You got a 92% chance probably to draw like 1 going second, which is pretty nice. Imperm, by the way, being the best hand trap there, because you can also send it with the effect of your White Forest cards. So sometimes you're kind of screwed, you got nothing to send, at least there's always Imperm. Prosperity, it doesn't really conflict with the deck too much, because if you draw Prosperity and you're drawing cards because of Charge Warrior or Arcia, it doesn't matter. You can just send like the Prosperity as a cost for your effects, so it's really not the end of the world. And if you don't have anything, Prosperity is how you dig into your engine. You can always go Prosperity, banish all the Links and the Baguska, because those are the cards you need the least. The cards that you need the most are the Synchros, and even Dragoon to a certain extent with the Muddy Mudragon. But if you banish the Dragoon, you also have to banish the Muddy Mudragon. So banishing 6 cards is relatively easy with Prosperity. It's not too bad. The extra deck space is still tight, just that the Link monsters are especially there to beat Nibiru. Dimensional Barrier Calling Synchro. Anyways, for the actual engine, 3 Asteria. Again, that's a no-brainer. 3 Reset. It's pretty much almost the exact same card. They do something very similar. 3 Legend, the White Forest would have been so nice if you didn't have to control an Illusion or Spellcaster monster. That's like the only real big drawback. It's annoying, but it is what it is. 1 Woes of the White Forest. Jesus, again. 3 Sylve. It's like a semi 1-card starter. It doesn't do enough on its own, but it is a 1-card Baguska. So if you get shifted, you go normal summon that, search your Legend, and then search Arcia, special summon, and then make Baguska and pass. And then yeah, 2 Arcia, the extender, but it doesn't do anything on its own. And then 3 Toy Box, obviously. I mean, it's the best extender to have with any of the White Forest cards, quite literally. 2 Toy Soldier and 1 Toy Tank. It's just that you don't want to have like 3 of everything, because otherwise you start breaking on like way too many toy cards, because they are redundant, because Toy Box gets you 2 of them from the deck. So you don't want to draw like too many of them, but I understand if you want to play 3 Toy Soldier, that is also maybe a respectable ratio. But Toy Box also gets back the toy cards from the graveyard into the spell and trap zone. So I think 2 and 1 is a correct ratio. And Toy Tank doesn't do anything on its own, whereas Toy Soldier at least gets a search on summon. So I think Toy Soldier is the superior card to play as a 2 of, whereas Toy Tank as a 1 of is enough. And then finally, Call by the Grave. So yeah, 40 cards. Don't try to play any more. And yeah, I don't think there's... If you want to play 15 hand traps, I think this is as consistent as it gets. I can't really think of like any other way to like fit in both a lot of non-engine and a lot of consistency cards. Like maybe you can argue like cards like Chicken Game, just a bunch of spells that you can easily send, or even the Kashtira engine that could make sense because, you know, you activate the right source and then you search a Kashtira monster and then you send it. Anyways, for the extra deck, Chaos Angel as well as Diabel, Arciela, Silvera, Stardust Charge Warrior, Muddy Mudragon, Dragoon, Soulkin, Crystal Wing, Baguska, Access Code, Celine, Lena, SP Lone Knight, and IP. So I showcased everything in my combo except Chaos Angel and Baguska. I mean, every single one of these cards pretty much. But yeah, Chaos Angel, I mean, it's a good card. You can always make it using just 2 light monsters, or if you want to use a dark, it's usually gonna have to be the Muddy Mudragon. You can revive back with the Toy Tank, so you can get like the full value of summoning Dragoon, Crystal Wing, and Chaos Angel with a light and dark. But even if you don't summon it with a dark, the best effect is the light one, because now all your synchro monsters are unaffected by monster effects, so you can full combo and just not really care about Nibiru, and that's good enough. And then for the idea section / potential side deck options, Appaloosa could be a good one because you can go into Celine and Lena, so you can link climb with 2 monsters. It just may be a little unrealistic because if you do have a lot of bodies, you'd rather synchro summon. Coral Dragon, good card, and then Cheng Ying. Lancia Dragonic Ancestor of the Ice Spirit Mountain is a pretty cool one. So you can make it using Coral Dragon and a level 4 non-tuner. It's just a little hard to do because the level 4 non-tuners, the only ones are Toy Soldier and Toy Tank. But if you can summon this, it's just game. And also if you get nibbed, you can still summon Shishula and then banish the nib and another card in your opponent's hand. Anyways, Nothong for time, and then some Ice Bearer monsters for the Lancia, so General Raiho as well as Warlock. You got a card that's pretty much just insta-win against anything with the monster effects. Warlock is an anti-spell. And then some Bistule monsters, which again makes Chaos Angel even better, so Magnum, Worm, Baldrick. Forbidden Droplet, pretty good board breaker in this deck. If you have like too many droplets that you don't need, you just send it. Or with Droplet and the toy monsters, you get like a lot of value. You break boards and you also get your stuff going from there. And yeah, finally Chicken Game, which usually is not the best card, but in this deck it makes a lot of sense because it is a strict +1 since you draw a card, so you make your money back. But also you get rid of the Chicken Game for your effects, so pretty much like instead of having to pay like a real card from the hand, like an Imperm for example, you get to send something that just already fulfilled its purpose. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.